What up, twins? What up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Evolution, and welcome to the Evolution if it's your first time here. That's a reminder to grow, to change, to,
keep evolving.
no matter what happens in this existence. As you can see, we got this My Chemical Romance, The Black Parade pulled up. That being said, I never listened to this band, but I saw, you know what it was? I actually saw somebody with one of these t-shirts on. Saw a black man wearing one of these t-shirts, and I was like, you know what? That's my incentive. It must be a sign for me to go to my YouTube and listen to this album. So this is what we're going to do. I think I'm going to enjoy it, though, honestly. Y'all know me. I'm pretty open-minded. How we'll do this for the new people, we'll listen to these songs uninterrupted. Then I'll read the annotations for the people that like deep diving. And I do that really just to learn a little bit more about the songs that we're listening to. Other than that, let's have a good time, man. This first song is called The End. And if you see any comments, we are on Twitch. All my ads are here. Let's do this thing.
Now come on, come all to this tragic affair. Wipe off that makeup,
Affair.
what's in is despair. So throw on the black dress, mix in with the lot. You might wake up and notice you're someone you're not. If you look in the mirror and don't like what you see, you can find out firsthand what it's like to be me. So gather round, piggies, and kiss this goodbye. I'd encourage your smiles. I expect you won't cry. Another contusion, my funeral jag. Here's my resignation, I'll serve it in drag. You've got front row seats to the penitence bar. When I grow up, I want to be living like I say.
Oh, dang. First of all, very nice transition. I'm glad I at least was still able to hear it, even though I wasn't expecting that. Well, we got to stop the songs to read the annotations. But, yo, sick intro. Super sick intro. At first, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel, because I'm not going to lie. Like, how he first started singing, I was like, is this going to be one of those, like, overly, like, garage, like, boy band, like, not even boy band, but, like, garage rock band singing voices where they're like saying the phrases super like not even proper, what's the word I'm looking for, like enunciated. So I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna feel about it, but actually I ended up liking it by the time that you got to that interlude part, the breakdown part where there's just instrumentation. I ended up really liking it, and then there was like a build up, and I was like, okay, I could rock with this is cool. In the opening track to the dramatic album, The Black Parade, Gerard Way, hopefully I'm saying that right, Gerard Way is beginning to take a new approach to everyone's attitude towards him. He has broken badly and stopped caring about what anyone thinks. He refuses to live his life to the expectation of others and acts on his own terms. Sick, let's do it. I ain't mad at that. This next one is called Dead. In GTA. That's ill. That song was tight. You know what's funny about this band? They're like total opposite of my energy, right? So that being said, coming into this project, some people may assume because I tend to like the more positive songs, those Loverboy songs, or just those hype songs, or like those cool fly guy songs, skater, cool fly guy songs, stoner songs, hip hop songs, that they would think I wouldn't like this band. But actually, I think this is fire. I know sometimes it's surprising when I'm listening to stuff because they're like, damn, I didn't think you would like that. But no, I love it. We open minded over here. This is sick. It's kind of, you know what's funny? It's like, reminds me of like Coraline and like a Falling in Love in the Graveyard song. Wouldn't it be better if we were dead? It's one of these in song form. But it's tight though. Oh, on Dead, Gerard Way takes on the roles of Mother Ward, the patient, and the doctor, setting up the rest of the album to be the journey through the patient's final 2 weeks of battling cancer. Ah, see? I did not know that. Okay, let's see how this transpires. This is How I Disappear is the next record. Sheesh. Yo, why is this like another one of my favorite listens? I'm so surprised by this even myself. Not gonna lie, like I was thought I was gonna be like maybe liking some stuff, maybe not liking, but this is like ill. I really like this the lead singer voice and like the way he does the harmonies. But then also like I love how these songs are written. There's like this is like underworld feeling, like punk rock, emo, like I don't even know if emo is the word, but like punk, like darker aesthetic. That's how it sounds like. But then it's like it's like pretty at the same time. So it's like it's interesting. Like I actually would put this in a playlist or just listen to this album and just be totally fine. Which oftentimes for me, because I'm mostly a hip hop R&B person, I may like a lot of the bands that I listen to on the YouTube. I may like some songs, but I probably wouldn't revisit a lot of them because it's just not my like primary listens. However, this joint, we'll be back. Let's read this annotation though. The patient reaches out to a former lover, conceding that without her, no one will remember him. The whole idea is that someone is conducting a seance to reach a loved one. In an interview with Rolling Stone while working on the album, lead singer Gerard Way said that the song was inspired by real-life seances that Harry Houdini's wife held after he passed away, as an attempt to contact her dead husband. At the time in 2005, Way also said that the song was his personal favorite. Doom. Okay, crazy. It's crazy hearing these backstories, but man, let's keep going though. Oops, sorry about that. Next song is The Sharpest Lives.
Well, it rains and it pours when you're out on your own. If I crash on the couch, can I sleep in my clothes? 'Cause I spent the night dancing, I'm drunk, I suppose. If it looks like I'm laughing, I'm really just asking to leave this alone. You're in time for the show, you're the one that I need, I'm the one that you loathe. You can watch me corrode like a beast in repose, 'cause I love all the poison away with the boys in the band. Whoever it been, on a band it shows. So why don't you blow me? What you spit the street goes. Give me a shot to remember, and you can take all the pain away from me. You can say I won't surrender. The sharpest lives are the 10 BS to lead and let it burn all the empires. So bright the sun is the shade that rise and be in love with all of these vampires. So you can leave like the same and burn me. There's a place in the dark where the animals go. You can take off your skin in the cannibal glow. Juliet loves the beat and the lust it commands. Drop the dagger and lather the blood on your hands, Romeo. Whoever it been, on a bender and it shows. So why don't you blow me? What you spit my street goes. Give me a shot to remember, and you can take all the pain away from me. You can say I won't surrender. The sharpest lives are the 10 BS to lead and let it burn all the empires. So bright
This production just feels so immersive. Like, I feel like sometimes I listen to songs and it's songs, and then other times it's like experiences. This is like a nice album experience right here. Man, I wish I could say like, well, I don't wish, but I can't even say that I don't like anything so far. So usually I might say like, this one's cool. Nah, man. Hey, this is a good band. Similar to Jet Set, The Sharpest Lives touches on living recklessly and not minding consequences. The title plays on similar sound of the words knives and lives. A sharp life is an image that describes an extreme life spent in a wild manner, such as the protagonist is doing. Well, shoot, man. That's some heat. No, again, always love diving deep on these songs. But let's continue going on to the next song. This next song is Welcome to the Black Parade. I feel like I might have heard this one. I guess we'll see when we play it. Okay, first of all, Let me address the elephant in the room because I know somebody already commented before they got to the end of the song. I didn't want to interrupt the song, but I do realize that I accidentally skipped Black Parade, so we will go back. I'm not editing this out. It's okay. I listened to one of the songs out of sequence, but the rest of the album will be in sequence, so I will go back. However, this song was called I Don't Love You. That was not actually Black Parade. I was like, I don't recognize this at all, but I do like it. However, just to talk about this song though, beautiful song. I really liked it. I thought the gorgeous ballad song, and just about like love fading, love lost, love fading. I don't love you like I love you yesterday. Let's read his annotation and then we'll go back to Black Parade. Sorry about that, y'all. My bad. I do like to listen in order, but sometimes I end up moving too fast. But I'm glad I caught that before I ended the video. A heart-wrenching ballad. And one of the band's most literal attempts at capturing heartbreak, I Don't Love You, is thought to follow the album's main figure, the patient, as they either reflect on an old relationship or end one as they face their death. In GTA, Twitch, while the song was released as the third single from the Black Parade in the UK and Australia, it was never released as such in the US, where instead Teenage was released. Where Teenage was released instead. Upon the album's release, the song gained praise from Pitchfork for being a truly hair-raising power ballad. Yeah, I thought it was gorgeous. The music video for the song marked the sixth time MCR worked with the director Mark Webb for a music video, who also directed all the videos for 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge, as well as the ones for Blood and Teenage from the Black Parade. Oh yeah, that's very sick. All right, let's let's redeem ourselves and go back to Welcome to the Black Parade. Again, my apologies. Oh, you know what? That's what it is. It's not actually me. I think it's that. Hold on, wait. Is that a separate song or no? Yeah, it is a separate song. Okay. I see what happened. That wasn't my fault at all, actually. What happened is whoever made this playlist put that song out of order. So let me see if I can find it on the next one, and if not, then we'll just type it in. Unfortunately. Alright, well, that's annoying, but give me a second. And this part, I probably will edit out, just depending on how fast I can do this. But I don't know how I didn't see that. Is this the song? Is this the whole album or is that the song? Okay, great. Okay, cool. We'll just play it here and then I'll go back to the playlist and hopefully the rest of the songs should be in order. That's so weird. Whatever.
When I was a young boy,
yes, I do know this
took
one.
me into the city to see a marching band. He said, son, when you grow up, would you be the savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned? He said, will you defeat them, your demons, and all the non-believers, the plans that they have made? Because one day I'll leave you a phantom to lead you in the summer to join the Black Parade.
welcome in. Sheesh. Hey. Damn, son. Cinematic. Absolute cinema. Not gonna lie. That's actually one of the best songs I ever heard. What the heck? That joint was beautiful. That's like Bohemian Rhapsody level. That was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna say my boy Red Sea, he said, I told you, bro, because I was saying I hadn't heard this band, and he was like, damn, I'm surprised because I figured you might have. In my defense, I still have not heard this song. The reason why I said, oh yeah, when the song started is because I heard the people making the song, the memes. When I was a young boy, my father. I heard somebody doing that as a prank to their dad when they were dressed up in like punk rock gear, and then their dad got really mad. It was like them trolling their dad. So that's how I heard it. I never heard the actual song. I was laughing because I heard the meme, and like I've seen multiple people post the meme, but like that's the first time I heard it. But actually listening to the song, I'm like, yo, the meme is like, no, that's nothing. This song is crazy. This song is actually not a game. That was excellent. I love that one. All right, let's get into this annotation though. The song is on My Chemical Romance's third studio album entitled The Black Parade. The song, as well as the rest of the album, follows the patient, a man who is passing away through death and beyond. MCR frontman Gerard Way said in an interview, I like to think that when you pass, death comes for you however you want, and I feel that it's your strongest memory either from childhood or adulthood. For this particular character called the patient, his strongest memory is of being a child, and his father is taking him to his parade. So when death comes to get him, it comes in the form of a black parade. Ah, I see. Yeah, it's a vibe. It's definitely super good. Also, welcome in Social Game. Glad to have you. We're recording for my YouTube channel right now. Just doing a reaction to this My Chemical Romance Black Parade album. So yeah, I'm gonna pull up the playlist again, and the rest of the songs are in order. I did check, so we'll go back to where we're at and then start from there. I'm gonna keep this in the video because honestly, we keep it real. If anyone doesn't want to see these parts, you can always just skip it. But where are we at? So now we're at House of Wolves. So let's do it. Just bear with me for 2 seconds. I'll actually mute the sound until we get there so you don't have to keep hearing the songs. But yeah. Nice airline food we're having, huh? Nice weather. Alright, hold on. Alright, cool. Let's do it.
Because I got enough to spare, and I'll be granting your permission, cause you haven't got a prayer. And I said, hey, hallelujah, I wanna come on, sing the praise, and let the spirit come on through ya. We got innocence for days. Well, I think I'm gonna burn it hell. Everybody burn a house right down and say what I wanna say. Tell me I'm an angel, take this to my grave. Tell me I'm a bad man, kick me like a stray. Tell me I'm an angel, take this to my grave. Oh, no. You play ring around the ambulance like you never gave a care. So get the choir boys around you, it's a compliment, I swear. And I said ashes to ashes, we all fall down. I wanna hear you sing the praise. I said ashes to ashes, we all fall down. We got innocence for days. Well, I think I'm gonna burn in hell. Everybody burn a house right down and say what I wanna say. Tell me I'm an angel, take this to my grave. Tell me I'm a bad man, kick me like a stray. Tell me I'm an angel, take this to my grave. You better run like the devil, cause they're never gonna leave you alone. You better hide up in the alley, cause they're never gonna find you a home. And as the blood runs down the walls, you see me creeping up these halls. I made a bad motherfucking taste, it's a Roman, I'm like, go, go, go. And I say what I wanna say. Tell me I'm an angel, take this to my grave. Tell me I'm a bad man, kick me like a stray. Tell me I'm an angel, take this to my grave. Tell me I'm a bad man, bad, bad man. Tell me I'm a bad man, bad, bad man. Tell me I'm a bad man, bad, bad man. Tell me I'm a bad man, bad, bad man. Sing it out, sing it out. Yes I am, yes I am.
That's ill. I love the energy of this band. This band has a lot of energy. There's so many things happening with the instrumental, and then the way he uses his voice. Like there's one part where he does this like I don't even know how to describe it. It's not even high pitch. It's almost like a scream type of voice, like that hardcore rock scream type of voice. But he's still like singing through it, which is pretty crazy. And then the guitars are doing crazy like different patterns, and then the drums are just bouncy, and like it's like hitting your eardrum real nice. Dope. House of Wolves is a fiery and fast-paced track setting the scene for the patient's arrival in hell. My boy arriving in hell, and I'm just like, and throughout the song, the patient contemplates the dueling concepts of innocence and wickedness, weighing the worth of what he's done in life and how he sinned. So he's worried about his regrets because he's on his way to the devil. The song was described by the band on the feature My Chemical Romance welcomes you to the Black Band Parade. To the Black Parade, the Black Band. The Black Parade from the deluxe version of the album as being the patient's glimpse into hell, which was imagined as a fiery jazz club filled with demons, wolves, and sinners. Should we say a prayer? Let's hope none of us end up in any place like that when we get to the spirit realm. I have my beliefs, but it's not that. Let's go on to the next song. This next song is Cancer.
Turn away if you could get me a drink of water, 'cause my lips are chapped and faded. Call my Aunt Marie. Help her gather all my things and bury me in all my favorite colors, my sisters and my brothers still. I will not kiss you, 'cause the hardest part of this is leaving you. Now turn away, 'cause I'm awful just to see, 'cause all my hair's abandoned on my body, all my agony. Know that I will never marry, baby, I'm just soggy from the chemo, but counting down the days to go. It just ain't living, and I just hope you know that if you say goodbye today, I'd ask you to be true, 'cause the hardest part of this is leaving you. 'Cause the hardest part of this is leaving you.
Man. Beautiful. Sad, but beautiful and deep. And unfortunately, this is real life, and this has been someone's reality. So to hear it reflected in this song is really in this album is really it's really interesting. I don't think I've ever heard an album like this except for there is a Death Consciousness album that I listened to. Besides that, I don't think I've heard an album like that where it's kind of approaching someone passing away in this way. But it's really well done, and it's still like beautiful at the same time. And it's also, I like when they're saying like the hardest part of all this is leaving you, and mind you, they're passing away of cancer, and they're like the hardest part is to leave you, which is like showing their how much they love the person that they're speaking to. So that's beautiful and sad and real. Let's read this annotation. The Black Parade takes listeners on a journey through the death of a man named a man dubbed the Patient. This track reveals the driving force behind the protagonist's death, cancer. It expresses his agony as he's asked to be told the truth. In an interview, frontman Gerard Way said that while the song is literally about a cancer, in one sense, it's being used as a metaphor at the same time. A little known fact about the song is that lead guitarist Ray Toro played bass on the studio track instead of Mikey Way. A live version of this track appears on the CD single "I Don't Love You." Grogu. It's a little bright, but this actually says Grogu. Oh yeah, there you go. How can I show you the other way? Grogu. I haven't seen the Mandalorian movie yet, but I want to. But that's a sidebar. Sorry about that, My Chemical Romance fans. Back to the album. But yo, really good project so far. Like, I'm invested in how the story transpires after this, because we still got quite a few songs left. So let's go on to the next one. This next one is Mama.
Mama, we all go to hell. Mama, we all go to hell.
Who is we?
I'm writing this letter and wishing you well. Mama, we all go to hell.
Who?
Oh, well, now, Mama, we're all gonna die. Mama, we're all gonna die. Stop asking me questions. I'd hate to see you cry. Mama, we're all gonna die. When we go, don't blame us. Yeah, we let the fire just bathe us. Yeah, you made us so famous. We'll never let you go. When you go to return to me, my love. Mama, we're all full of lies.
Who?
Mama, we're meant for the flies. And right now they're building a coffin your size. Mama, we're all full of lies. Well, Mother was the one to my legs and to my tongue. You should have raised that baby girl. I should have been a better son. If you could count on the infection, they can amputate it once. You should have been, I could have been a better son. And when we go, don't blame us. Yeah, we let the fires just bathe us. Yeah, you made us so famous. We'll never let you go. She said you ain't no son of mine. For what you done there, can't find a place for you and just your mind, your manners when you go. When you go to return to me, my love, that's right. Mama, we are gonna hell. Mama, we are gonna hell. It's really quite pleasant, except for the smell. Mama, we all go to
And if you would call me your sweetheart, I'd maybe then sing you a song.
But the shit that I've done with this fuck of a gun, you would cry out to rise alone. We're dead after all. Through fortune and blame we fought. And if you could stay, then I'll show you the way to return from the ashes you brought. We all carry on. We're brothers in arms, our brothers in arms. So raise your glass high for tomorrow. We all return from the ashes you brought.
Damn, that's crazy. Bro, this is like, it's like eerie, but it's like fire at the same time. I really love that ending. The outro was my favorite part of the song. All the voices stacked up together. Bridge is cool too. The female vocals come in. Love the chorus. But when he said, "We all going to hell," I did not feel that. Who is we? No we. You. Speak for yourself. Nah, all jokes aside though, still a really sick song. Mama is a narrative told from the perspective of a soldier at war. He knows his death is coming soon, so he attempts to mend his broken relationship with his mother while he still can. The song is featured on the band's smash Black Parade and is loosely based on the character Mother War. The song's bridge contains a brief feature from actress Lisa Minnelli. Frontman Gerard Way opened up to Village Voice to explain how the collaboration came about. And here's a quote from him. There was a line that was the only spot on the record that I wanted a guest vocal. I wanted a voice to finally talk back to me. And I wanted somebody kind of motherly, but also was also a survivor, had been through a lot, but was rooted in theater. And so Lisa, so Lisa was in. She was the first person that came to mind, and then producer Rob Cavallo had made a phone call to her assistant, and that was it. She did it for free, and she was happy to do it. That's sick. Same time, I hope y'all gave her royalties. FN. All right, though. That's sick. That's another thing I was gonna say too. It's another song that was real theatric. Let's go on to this next one. This next one's called Sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, no, play it to them. It's interesting just hearing this man like account of his going into the afterlife, which is something that like we all human, so of course we all wonder about it because that's all we at some point we'll get there. But it's interesting how they're painting the picture because it's like a lot darker tone than I would, but it's like they're such a good band that it's like they're able to get away with it without it feeling like too much. It's just like raw as hell, and I still like how they're doing that raw voice. He did that's like scream vocal. That shit is crazy. Sleep is thematically oriented around the patient's self-reflectance and diminished care. The song follows a track known as Mama, in which the patient reveals his belief on his healthy destiny. This belief has likely led him into a state of apathy, as he believes his actions no longer have consequences at his final destination. The song features recording of lead vocalist Gerard Way's experiences with night terrors, which he believes were invoked by the haunted mansion. They recorded Black Parade and they were staying in a haunted spot. More information can be found here, and then they put a link, but we're not going to go to the link. If you want to check that out, go to genius.com. This next song is called Teenagers.
They're gonna clean up your looks.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Hold on. We'll restart the song so it's not uninterrupted. But by the way, I can still hear the songs. I got some nice speakers in front of me. My ears started hurting because my headphones are really tight. But let's keep going. This is Teenagers.
Gonna clean up your looks with all the lies in the books to make a citizen out of you. Because they sleep with a gun and keep an eye on you, son, so they can watch all the things you do. Because the drugs never work, they gonna give you a smirk, cause they got methods of keeping you clean. They gonna rip up your heads, your aspirations to shreds. Another cog in the murder machine. They said I'm teenagers scared the living shit out of me. They could care less as long as someone will bleed. So darken your clothes, I'll strike a violent pose. Maybe they'll leave you alone, but not me. The boys and girls in the clique, the awful names at the stick. You're never gonna fit in much, kid. But if you're troubled and hurt, what you got under your shirt will make them pay for the things that they did. They said I'm teenagers scared the living shit out of me. They could care less as long as someone will bleed. So darken your clothes, I'll strike a violent pose. Maybe they'll leave you alone, but not me. Oh, yeah.
Another epic one. Sorry, it took me 2 seconds to unmute my mic. I gotta mute my mic so you guys don't hear double. Another epic one. I really like that, the groove of that one too. It's funny too because they're it's like they're singing about being afraid of teenagers, which is comedy. But then again, a lot of YNs do have a devil may cry, or devil may cry. What do they say? What's the expression? Devil may cry, devil may care expression attitude. Basically, they rowdy, they wild, they not caring. So I feel it. But I do want to know what more so they're trying to get across, because that's like, I feel like that's surface level, just what I interpreted at first listen. The singer reminisces about his teenage years and attempts to convey the unfair prejudice against teenagers that he experienced. Word. In this song, the singer Gerard Way talks about how our adults are apprehensive of teenagers for no apparent reason. He remembers how when he was a teenager, grown-ups would be scared of him for no reason. Okay, word. So that's what he's saying. why he sang that. And the idea for his song was when he found that he himself was old enough to be nervous around teenagers. The tables have turned, brother. You understand it now. The song was written by Gerard when he was on the subway and had a panic attack when there were so many teenagers riding on it as well. That boy's scary. When guitarist Frank Leo heard the song for the first time, he thought it was a joke. Right. Why are you scared of them? There's some kids. What they gonna do? Anyways, let's go on to the next one. This next one is Disenchanted. Get some heart, boy.
Well, I was there on the day they sold the cars for the Queen, and when the lights all went out, we watched our lives on the screen. I hate the ending myself, but it started with an alright scene. It was the roar of the crowd that gave me heartache to sing. It was a lie when they smiled and said you won't feel a thing. And as we ran from the cops, we laughed so hard it would sting. Yeah, yeah. Oh, if I'm so wrong, how can you listen all night long? How will it matter after I'm gone? Because you never learned a goddamn thing. You're just a sad song with nothing to say about a lifelong wait for a hospital stay. Well, if you think that I'm wrong, this never meant nothing to you. I spent my high school career spit on his shove to agree, so I can watch how my heroes sell a car on TV. Bring out the young guillotine, we'll show 'em what we all mean. Yeah, yeah. Oh, if I'm so wrong, how can you listen all night long? Now will it matter long after I'm gone? Because you never learned a goddamn thing. You're just a sad song with nothing to say about a lifelong wait for a hospital stay. Well, if you think that I'm wrong, this never meant nothing to you. So go away, just go right away. But where did you run to, and where did you hide? Go find another way. Plus you This is the sad
time. Nice emotional outro. I absolutely love that bridge too. Like this was like a cool song for me, but the bridge was gorgeous, and so was that outro. Now that the patient will pass away soon, he says that he's not enchanted by his life experience and life is kind of overrated. Well, of course you're gonna say that, but you know what? I'm gonna let him live or not live. The patient also finds that within his attempts to make life meaningful, it doesn't really mean anything at all, and that disappoints him. Speak for yourself. Let's go on to the next song. This next song is called Famous Last Words.
Now I know that I can make you stay, but where's your heart? But where's your heart? But where's your... And I know there's nothing I can say to change that part, to change that part, to change. Words I thought I'd never speak, awake and unafraid, asleep or dead. 'Cause I see you lying next to me, with words I thought I'd never speak, awake and unafraid, asleep or dead. 'Cause I see you lying next to me, with words I thought I'd never speak, awake and unafraid, asleep or dead. 'Cause I see
Dang, R.I.P. Patient. I was gonna say, I'm not gonna lie, that was not my favorite song. Like, I really did not care for this song until we got to the bridge and the outro. They always have some parts of the songs, like, even if I'm like, damn, I'm not really caring for this one, then they do something in the song and I'm like, okay, you got me. And still, I think these songs are well written regardless. The final proper track on the album lets the listener decide whether or not the patient passed away. Famous Last Words is the most powerful song from the Black Parade, giving strength to listeners through its message of fearless perseverance. I can understand that, though. Frontman Gerard Way wrote the song for MCR, bassist, and his brother Mikey Way. Mikey temporarily left the band during the recording of the Black Parade due to severe anxiety, but agreed to resume working with them upon hearing this track. Gerard took to Twitter to share that it was his favorite song from the album. He originally said sleep, but has changed. I don't know, guys. Famous Last Word kind of kicks Sleep's ass. That's what he said. That's funny. And then he said FLW for the win. What's FLW? Oh, okay. He just abbreviated it. The music video for the song features a what does that mean? Untidy. Okay. Untidy, My Chem playing their instruments while various props and pieces of Black Parade memorabilia burn around on them. Okay, maybe we could check that out. It is a rather symbolic video, and the song is considered by fans to be one of the heaviest thematically. Gerard stated that it was written at the darkest period in the band's career. Gerard revealed that the original name for the song was The Saddest Music in the World, but the band changed it to disassociate the song from the movie of the same name. Okay, word. I can understand that. I was gonna say that's a good name, but Famous Last Words actually works too because of the patient's the idea of the patient passing away. This is the very last song on the album, but thanks for listening to this album with me. This is Blood. I hear nothing, but I'll let it cook. I swear it's like watching paint dry right now, but the song is playing, so we're gonna see. Although, not gonna lie, if it's silent the whole time, I'm just gonna skip to the part where it's not, because it's a waste of time.
When they think you need.
Okay, bad. Sorry, y'all. I wasn't trying to sit here for freaking 2 minutes.
They encourage your complete cooperation. Send your roses when they think you need to smile. I can't control myself because I don't know how. When they love me for it, honestly, I'll be here for a while. So give them blood, blood, gallons of the stuff. Give them all that they can drink, and it will never be enough. So give them blood, blood, blood. Grab a glass because there's going to be a flood. A celebrated man amongst the gurneys. They can fix me proper with a bit of luck. The doctors and the nurses, they adore me so, but it's really quite alarming, 'cause I'm such an awful fuck. I gave you blood, blood, gallons of the stuff. I gave you all that you can drink, and it has never been enough. I gave you blood, blood, blood. Kind of human wreckage that you love.
Well, damn. I don't even know how to feel about that, honestly. I was like a I don't even know, like something out of the 50s play or something. I don't know. Black, I was like listening to a black and white song, whatever that means. The hidden track on the Black Parade, it has a very old-fashioned chipper style that is meant to be ironic considering the horrid nature of the lyrics. Yeah, it's like Tiptoe Through the Window. The song is a bit of dark comic relief after the album. The patient has just relieved horrific experiences at the doors of death, but in the famous last words, makes the decision to persevere through life rather than accept his death. Now he returns to life and wakes up in a hospital under extensive treatment. Oh, he didn't pass away. Oh, okay. Oh, well, damn. He lives to see another day, and sings a sarcastic tune about how even though he chooses to live, life kind of sucks, right? Because he was going some nihilistic, there's no meaning, but then he was like, actually, we gonna give it meaning. Well, I don't even think he said that. I'm saying that, but he was saying whatever, might as well live. Anyways, cool, really cool project though. I wasn't in love with everything. I think I would clap if I loved it a little more. So I'm not gonna do the clap of approval. But I did really like this, especially like the first half. Like I feel like I was more excited from the first half than the last. The last I was like, okay, more so of the same, but like it was cool to hear the story and to still hear some of the instrumentation and some of the vocal inflections. I definitely see why people like this band. But anyways, let me know what y'all think of this band and what I should react to next, and I will eventually, hopefully, inshallah. Thank y'all again. Hope you have a good day or night, and no matter what you do in this life, make sure that you
keep evolving.